Outside of the action we've seen on the field today, the biggest headline in the NFL comes from Jacksonville, where the Jags finally said that's enough with Gus Bradley. They lose 21-20 today to the Houston Texans after Bill O'Brien benched his starting QB in favor of Tom Savage. We'll talk about that later, but that was apparently enough to get Bradley fired. Jags fall to 2-12 on the season, B-Mac. This was a team that a lot of people had exciting expectations for this season after what Blake Bortles and that offense showed a little bit last year. They go to free agency and the draft to get some nice names on paper to add to this team, but Bradley's overall record got worse and worse as the season went on.
Only 2 victories this season in a very, very inconsistent division. They have 1 divisional win against the Indianapolis Colts. You look at everything leading up to this season, we feel like this would be the most improved team. Clearly, up until this point, they have been one of the worst inconsistent teams when you look at the expectations of this team. So you have to look at and focus all your attention on the head coach, because when you draft extremely well, when you go out and spend a lot of money to revamp your defense, which was an Achilles heel in 2015, and you have went in the wrong direction, they were a better team a year ago.
Yep.
And that's hard to say. So clearly, I felt like this was going to happen. I'm surprised they waited this long for this in the latter part of December, because they've been inconsistent the entire year. And we felt like they would not be dead last in the division.
No.
That was my anticipation, my assumption. Clearly, they're dead last, and the next best team is what? The Tennessee Titans or the Indianapolis Colts?
Indy at 7-7. 5 games better than the Jacksonville Jaguars. You mentioned how last year Gus Bradley and the squad won 5 games.
Yep.
That was the best record he had in 4 seasons there. 5 wins, and it went backwards in 2016. That's why Shad Khan and the Jaguars said see ya to Gus Bradley, though he did fly home with the team after
that was odd.
The Texans. So your Sunday was probably better than Gus Bradley's.